This is no one from nowhere, and you are, and I am a spirit of God. Today I want to talk to you about I am God, Anunnaki, Elohim, Serpent, Enki, World Order in 2030, question mark. The turtle and the two snails. One day the turtle was crossing the road when he was mugged by two snails. When the police showed up, they asked the turtle what happened. The shaped up turtle replied, I don't know. It happened so fast. Have you ever heard of Enki's New World Order? Did you know that in the ancient days of old, Enki confused the languages, in which echoes the Tower of Babel story? And is Enki's New World Order coming into effect in 2030 concurrently with the United Nations Agenda 21? First, Isaiah 14:24 through 27 quotes, It will happen as I have planned. It will be as I have decided. My people will no longer be slaves nor bow down under their heavy loads. I have a plan for the whole earth, a hand of judgment upon all the nation. The Lord Enki of heaven's armies has spoken. Who can change his mind? When his hand is raised, who can stop him? The United Nations Agenda 21 is a non-binding action plan of the United Nations signed in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil in 1992. It is an action agenda for the UN and other multilateral organizations and individual governments around the world that will be executed at a local, national, and global level. The 21 in Agenda 21 refers to the original date target year of 2021. Since this was an overly optimistic date of 2021, the new timeline is 2030. The final and full text was signed by 178 world governments. In 2012, 180 nations reaffirmed their commitment to Agenda 21 and called this outcome, in quotes, the future we want. Do you believe in the concept of history repeating itself? The Sumerian myth Enmerkar and the Lord of Aratta echoes the biblical Tower of Babel story. Quote, the whole universe, the well-guarded people, may they all address Lord Enlil together in a single language. Lord Enki, the Lord of abundance and of steadfast decisions, the wise and knowing Lord of the lands, the expert of the gods, chosen for wisdom, the Lord of Eridu shall change the speech in their mouths, as many as he placed there. End quote. Genesis 11, the Tower of Babel. When they said, come, let us build a great city for ourselves, with a tower that reaches into the sky. This will make us famous and keep us from being scattered all over the world. But the Lord Enki came down to look at the city and the tower the people were building. The Lord Enki said, look, the people are united and they all speak the same language. After this, nothing will be impossible for them. Come, let's go down and confuse the people with different languages. Then they won't be able to understand each other. In this way, the Lord Enki scattered them all over the world. In the beginning, the Anunnaki gods are in charge of earth and the creation thereto, and will be changed in their timing. Please keep in mind, through the Mesopotamian kings list, that all kingship and rulers are anointed from heaven or Nibiru. In this kingship descends from Nibiru. So how does this all relate to the Sumerian myth of Enki and the world order? In this myth, Lord Enki, or Lord Earth, organizes the earth and its cultural processes, and provides details of the activities of Lord Enki, the Sumerian god of wisdom, in organizing the earth and establishing what you may term law and order on it. Could this be the Agenda 21 and Enki's world order? Remember, Lord Enki holds the Tablets of Destinies, or the Mies, a computerized type organization of the world, as he is Lord Earth. Quote, from Lord Enki's world order. Enki, king of the Absu, overpowering in his majesty, speaks up with authority. My father, the king of the universe, King Anu, brought me into existence in the universe. My ancestors, king of all the lands, gathered together all the Mies, placed the tablets of destinies in my hand. I am the record keeper of heaven and earth. I am the ear and the mind of all the lands. I am he who decrees the fates with Enlil in the mountain of wisdom. I am the leader of the Anunnaki. I am he who has been born as the first son of the holy King Anu. The Anunnaki pay the due homage. The Lord Enki decrees the fates and is the father of all the lands. He is the Lord Enki who rides the great Mies, the pure tablets of destinies. End quote. Next, Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High, King Anu, assigned lands to the nations, when he divided up the human race, or the sons of Adam, he established the boundaries of the peoples according to the number in his heavenly court of the Anunnaki Elohim gods. Let's look at some more biblical quotes. Isaiah 2:4. The Lord Enki will mediate between nations and will settle international disputes. They will hammer their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nations will no longer fight against nations, nor train for war anymore. Remember, the original serpents in the Garden of Eden were Enki and Ninhursag, and they were made famous for the creation of the first human beings and earth, found in Genesis 2:7 and 1:26. And then finally, in Isaiah 17:7, it states that, then at last people will look to their Creator and turn their eyes to the Holy One of Israel. Remember, all strength comes from the Creator. Psalm 107. Give thanks to the Lord, Enki, for he is good. His faithful love endures forever. For he has gathered the exiles from many lands, from east and west, and from north and south. Could this possibly be Enki's New World Order? Then in Psalm 107:32, let them exalt him publicly before the congregation and before the leaders of the nations. The godly will see these things and be glad while the wicked are struck silent. Key phrase next. Those who are wise will take all this to heart. They will see in our history the faithful love of the Lord Enki, the creator of mankind, civilization, the earth, and all the healing waters, and the divine keeper of the tablets of destinies. I leave you with today, Psalm 27:14. Wait patiently for the Lord. Be brave and courageous. Yes, wait patiently for the Lord. Please keep in mind that the gods don't make mistakes, and nothing happens without a divine purpose. Remember, the ancients believed that serpents don't die because they shed their skins and are thus reborn. We are now in the age of Aquarius, a brand new age. Thank you so much. Peace and love to you, and always remember that you are and I am a spirit of God.